Hi, everyone. My name's Tom Dolan. I'm co-founder of 28 Stone Consulting. And as Mitra said, today we'll be demoing Lithos StormCloud, which is a showcase of how 28 Stone, OpenFin, and Cloud9 can be integrated into a voice broking workflow. Joining me is Apu Shah, fellow partner and a lead technologist at 28 Stone. For those of you who don't know us, 28 Stone Consulting specializes in the delivery of custom software to the financial services community. Before we begin, I'd like to thank our partners at OpenFin for the opportunity to present StormCloud, which again, we think illustrates well the power of both OpenFin and Cloud9, as well as 28 Stone. So thanks so much for that. To start, just some background, the 28 Stone Lithos suite is really a set of demos and accelerators, which we at 28 Stone use in our role as software vendor to demonstrate our design capabilities, both technical and from an industry perspective. One example, our Lithos matchings application is currently included, I believe, in the OpenFin Partners Demo Gallery. And that's a demo we've used to show off our expertise in the auctions trading space and to help us reduce time to market in getting actual client production auction systems off the ground. 28 Stone is primarily a services vendor and not a product company. And to that end, StormCloud, which is the latest entrant to our Lithos suite and what we'll be demoing today, is not a trading platform per se. Really, it's just a demonstration of how Cloud9's voice technology can be integrated into a real world business workflow. In this case, an interdealer voice broking workflow, and how OpenFin's platform and 28 Stone's development expertise can leverage Cloud9 to create a seamless, interoperable communication experience for brokers and traders. Again, the voice broking workflow is really one of convenience for us. It's a flow we know intimately, given our experience in the interdealer space. But there are numerous workflows and use cases to which this type of integration can be used to drive value. So with that, let's just take a look at StormCloud. So I'm logging in here as a broker, and you can immediately see we're setting the demo in the context of a cryptocurrency order book fully disclosed to an interdealer broker user. However, once again, our goal here is really less about this explicit use case and more to demo the client UI / Cloud9 interoperability on the OpenFin platform. But having said that, the StormCloud order book is comprised of tiles, each one representing an instrument, in this case, a cryptocurrency pair. The large numbers you see show the market spread, top of book bid, top of book offer. The bars extending above those prices indicate total size of book on both the bid and offer side. The small number above each of those is the total number of coins on each side of the market. As this order book is fully disclosed to the viewing broker, we see the owner of the top of book bid and offer to the left and right of the bid and offer respectively. Lastly, the portion of the total order belonging to the top of book user is noted below and beside each top of book price. And the flashing you see is our order generator pumping in and canceling orders from the book. If we take a look at Bitcoin Euro, we see a spread of 82.1006, 82.1875 euro with a UBS trader at the top of book bid and Apu playing the role of our Morgan Stanley trader at the top of the offer stack. So StormCloud enables the broker to hover over these users and sort of get a hover feedback as to whether or not that trader is able to be connected to via Cloud9. So in other words, whether that trader has been registered and logged into C9 Trader. In the event a trader is available, as Apu is, the broker can simply click on that trader's name directly in the market, no change of window focus or mental focus required. And, and the StormCloud speed rack window opens with a connection to that trader already established. So this is, Apu should see that. No. There you go. This is really the core integration point of this demo. And as you know, while disruptive tech is really great at grabbing headlines in our industry. We think this is a great illustration of how complementary tech like Cloud9 can organically and intuitively streamline a specific trading use case. A bit more on the speed rack. You'll note some controls at the top of the window here. I'll just end the call, allowing me to end the call. Below that, we see some details of this broker's interaction with this trader at Morgan Stanley, specifically an orders tab, just listing all of that trader's orders in the market in a single table. And there's a trades tab showing all of the executions to which that trader was party. We also have this speed rack timeline tab, which consolidates all of this trader's activity on the platform and even places his or her calls to the broker or from the broker in the context of that activity. So you can see that at 13:19, there was an outgoing call from this broker to Apu, and then at 13:19, immediately following, Apu would have entered a Bitcoin Sterling buy order. So it's a nice tool for providing some MIS to the broker. That's what their client was interested in over time. And to go a bit further, the broker in StormCloud also has the ability to click on any one of these StormCloud calls in the timeline, download that call from the Cloud9 cloud using 28 Stone's SafeSync downloader, which is a product we've developed in coordination with Cloud9, and they can listen to that call directly through the StormCloud interface. Again, it's an example of how complementary tech can add, seemingly obvious value, in this case, to the voice broker's flow. As a final point, the broker can easily select an activity point here in the timeline and call up a quick order entry ticket. Apu is on the buy side of this Bitcoin Sterling, so we can pull up a trade ticket. Trade ticket puts Apu on the buy side. You can choose a seller. You can define a price and a number of coins, and you can book the trade. And you see that'll flash the market behind, as well as display at the top of the trades tab for Apu. A few other things. Back on the market display, you'll note the call placed to the trader once ended has been slotted into a list of recent calls. And this gives the broker the ability to click on one of these recent tiles and respawn the speed rack with the associated trader already selected. And you could also imagine an option here enabling the broker to configure their app to, instead of just calling up the speed rack, maybe automatically connect to Apu. What else we got? From a broker's perspective, the application also works in the incoming direction. So I'll minimize my application, and I'll ask Apu at this point to place a call to me. Ooh. And you see OpenFin's wonderful use of toaster notifications. I can click on this, and up comes the speed rack. I'm connected to Apu, and we are talking. So I think that's really it. That's 28 Stone Lithos StormCloud from the functional side. Again, it's just one application of how Cloud9 and OpenFin can power complementary tech, not just to change the way business is done, but really enable it to be done better. So with that, as we've got a few minutes left, I can pass over to Apu Shah for a quick take on StormCloud's technical details. Apu?
Thanks, Tom. Yeah, so with the few minutes remaining, I just wanted to talk about the technology that's behind StormCloud. First of all, it's all written using standard web technologies, React on the front end, and Node.js on the back end, all using TypeScript. And again, standard RESTful APIs between the client and server, JSON formats for the messages. A couple of things I'd like to highlight in this particular application around some of the OpenFin features that we've leveraged. The first one being windowing. So as you can see, there are the application is split into multiple windows. This is a feature of OpenFin. Importantly, unlike browsers where you're kind of sandboxed in a browser tab and you don't share context between browser tabs. OpenFin does allow us to create multiple windows and actually share data and context between these windows. It's almost like a single page application running in multiple windows. So this experience makes it very native-like. It feels like a native application, even though it's built using very standard web technologies, popular frameworks, and languages. The other thing about the windowing for OpenFin is that we leverage the layout service, so it allows us to dock windows together, move them around together, minimize, and treat them as groups. This is provided out of the box by OpenFin. There's also a declarative way of specifying your layouts, and importantly, especially in the trading use case or the use case for traders, it allows you to save the dimensions and position of these windows, even if they're across multiple monitors. So that's a very, very powerful feature, especially for traders. The next OpenFin feature that we leveraged is the native integration or integration with the operating system. So as you can see, we have a system tray icon. Again, you can't do this in regular web apps, but OpenFin does allow that integration. And importantly, when we use system tray integration, we're allowed to specify context menus, so you can quickly navigate to different parts of your application straight through the system tray. But also, what it allows you to do is kind of run your application in the background. So you can minimize all the windows. Your application is still active by virtue of the icon being in the system tray. And especially when this is coupled with notifications, it brings about a very powerful way of looking at these trading applications so that you don't take up too much desktop real estate. We know how valuable that is for traders. This allows us to keep running in the background and notify the traders only when there's something that needs attention. The last OpenFin feature that we leveraged was interoperability. So as you can see in the status bar of StormCloud, there's a status saying connected to C9 Trader. Actually, what's happening behind the scenes is we're leveraging OpenFin's inter-application bus, which is kind of like a messaging substrate between all OpenFin applications running on that desktop. And through the OpenFin inter-application bus, we can communicate with different applications that are running on the desktop. It's all local communication. And, you know, we developed StormCloud. Cloud9 Trader was developed by Cloud9. We have different technology teams, we're different companies, but by virtue of using the inter-application bus, we're able to kind of seamlessly communicate between the two applications. So we can action things in Cloud9 Trader. Cloud9 Trader can notify us on certain events, like an incoming call or a hang up, and all of it works seamlessly. It's very, very easy to use, and it provides this interaction between the two applications that's just not possible with regular web apps. Lastly, I do want to mention that we've leveraged quite a few Cloud9 APIs directly. So there are things in this application that you see, such as user presence, whether a user is logged into Cloud9 Trader, call history, user lists, things like that. These are all coming directly from Cloud9 provided APIs, not on the trader side, on the Cloud9 servers. So we are making requests out to Cloud9 servers to load and initialize our state and keep track of where we are in terms of the call history and the user presence. So I think that's about all I wanted to touch upon. As you can see, it's a very powerful set of technologies that we've brought together here. There are a lot of possibilities when we leverage these types of technologies together. You know, at 28 Stone, this is what we do. We've been you know, working with OpenFin and Cloud9 to develop these types of innovative trading use cases. So with that, I'm done. Tom, I'll pass it back to you.
Well, that's it for me too. So again, thanks to everyone at OpenFin, and that's all we've got.